Steve, many congratulations. A comprehensive win over Bolton today.
Yeah, it was you get wins if you get the right performances, Andy, and we said that when we went to Lincoln, if the performance is right, we'll get something. And we've continued to that. I thought Lincoln was arguably the best away performance of the season, and probably longer than that. And then we built on that against a good Huddersfield team, and then arguably another quality side in Bolton, but 3-1 doesn't do it justice today. It could have been a lot more.
You created chances for fun in the first half.
Yeah, listen, the boys have got lots of energy, putting lots of hours in the training ground, lots of hard work, and you get your rewards, and that's been my message to them for the last 3-4 weeks, that if you don't work hard enough, you don't get the rewards. And I said to the reason for our supporters to get behind you is to give them everything. They've accepted losing for 2 seasons or a season and a half, haven't they? And but the performances when the team turned up and gave them everything, they can accept that. And we fell short of that early in the season, and nobody knows that more than me.
If the Lincoln performance was the best away performance of the season, might this be the best home performance of the season so far?
Yeah, I think given the quality of opposition, I think our performance against Reading was very good. Our performance Huddersfield at home was good, but I think today we took it up a notch even further. We pressed with some real high intensity. We played some real good flowing football, and that created chances. And if you make chances, really, do you think we're going to take a percentage of them? And maybe on another day, a couple of our strikers have a couple of goals each more.
Because some of the build-up play, I know Paul got man of the match, was a key factor in all of that, but he wasn't the only one. Whatever the message you are putting out there in training is clearly getting through with regard to that press and staying on the attack as much as you can.
Yeah, I think the press from the midfield guys, when you play somebody like Cameron Humphreys in there, he gives that little bit of security, and he's able to say to McDonald, to McWilliams, or Pearl, go and press the ball. And if you give those 3 players in particular the ball in good areas, they've all got different attributes, but they'll hurt an opponent. And then we had the movement ahead of them, and the willingness to run, and it's a willingness to run. People think it's just a given, it's not. And Malik and Sam had that in a plenty, and we were really solid at the back until the last 5-6 minutes or so, when we got a little bit sloppy, and I think the lads were seen in the dressing room before it was finished.
It would be incorrect to call this sort of a starting performance for putting the hammer down in the second half of the season, but do you think Lincoln, Huddersfield, Stockport today, you've kind of started to build in the right direction?
Well, I think we spoke after Stockport. I thought Stockport were excellent. I thought they were a really good side. And I spoke after there, and I repeated my words back from July and August, that because I come back and because Paul come back, people expected to start on this terrific, we're going to be top of the league and we're going to run away with it. And I was speaking to a Miller's legend, Howard Webb, only last week, and he said when you come back, everyone just expected, here we go, promotion comes, Evans is back. And it doesn't work like that. There's a lot of work and mechanics that had to go on within the squad and the club, and we'll continue to try and evolve that. But the one thing that we were known here for our first 3.5-4 years here is getting a spirit in the camp and getting players that wanted to be here. Chris Teague, an example, who left us only late last night, is Chris had words in my office for many months that I don't want to be here. Not in a bad way, and it wants to be with his family. I understand that, and I'm a family man. So, but if you don't want to be at Rotherham United, go away. We just have got no time for you. So the squad the small squad that we're left with, anyone that comes in, we want them to want to play for the football club and play for it with pride rather than moan about it.
You mentioned when we spoke to you, yesterday I think it was, about incomings pending. Has anything progressed since then?
Well, I would imagine so. Rob Scott's working incredibly hard. I think I said that I've had daily, sometimes 2 and 3 times daily conversations with our chairman and our vice chairman Richard Stewart. I was with him on, I think it was Thursday for an hour or so, very early in the morning. And listen, the one thing every manager gets this club, doesn't matter whether it's me coming in now or the previous 2 or 3 guys, is that you get the support from a fantastic chairman board. It doesn't always get seen, does it? When I was talking to Ian Evatt before the game, it doesn't always get seen what the contribution is. It's millions and millions of pounds that gets invested in this club with the Stewart family, and they're working incredibly hard behind the scenes and giving us permission to, in our opinion, to make the group better. It doesn't mean we're going to go and sign a star. People want us to go and sign a star. We're not the club winning the club in League One for stars. That belongs at Birmingham and Wrexham and Hollywood and Bolton and Charlton and Wickham now with a billionaire owner. So we're a club that wants value for money, but we want people to wear the shirt with pride.
So what might be the first kind of incomings that we see then, in hopefully this coming week prior to the Charlton game?
Yeah, we hope so. You know, you can see today that Sean Raggett should be fit to be on the team sheet, or if we select him to be on the team sheet against Charlton, which is good. But if you take Sean away, we've got no one else in the football club that's other than young pros, other than young Ben and young Jake. And if they have to be on the bench and if they have to come onto the pitch, that's why they're here. They're part of us, they're part of our family. But really what we want to do is we want to bring competition within competition in the squad. You can see it today. We're sitting with Johnson, Clark Harrison and Jordan Hugill on the bench. I do look behind me today and say I've got Clark Harris, I've got Hugo, I've got Holmes, who's come back from Beanill, who was starting to play the way that we expect Jack would develop. I've got Colm Bramall in to come onto the pitch, and we've got a really strong 17-18 players, but we need that to be a strong 21-22 players.
Thank you.